Hello wonderful people, it is me, Angie. How are you doing? I hope you are having an amazing day wherever you are. I was actually dressed really nicely, but then I forgot to film the intro and now I'm just chilling in, comfy clothes, but we're going to ignore that. This is episode 2 of Fluent in a Week and it's Korean. A disclaimer first. The disclaimer is yes, Korean is not technically a character language because it has its own alphabet, but I am teaching it. I am treating it the same way that I treat my character languages in my approach, so that's why I'm doing it in this series. And then my context with the language. I started listening to Korean music in 2013 when I was being rebellious from my parents, and they were like, you can only listen to music if it's edifying, if it's Christian, and I was like, but if you don't understand it, you can't say anything. And then I started becoming a fan of Korean music in 2016, like a proper invested fan. So 3 years after listening to it. So this was EXO, BTS, eventually J Park, Jessie, Sunmi. And then the first time I wanted to actually learn the language was when my friends Angela and Tracy ruined my productivity levels by introducing me to K-dramas, more specifically the airs. Can't remember what year it was, but I think it was definitely 2016 when I was like, yo, you know what? I kind of want to understand this language. I realized even though I can learn multiple languages at once, I can't do more than one character language at once. So Korean took a back seat whilst I was focusing on Chinese, and now it's taking a front seat because I want to be able to understand what's going on. This whole having to read subtitles thing and only having broken understanding is not my style. So this week we're going to learn it and we're going to apply my 8 bases, my 8 units of learning a language. So with that said, let's get to the video. Something I've stolen from my Chinese teacher, but she made us learn the 10 most common verbs in Chinese, and I'm doing that with the 20 most common verbs in Korean. I'm going to learn the conjugation in present, past and future tense so that I can have a pretty good base for communication. Then I changed the language of my phone to Korean to immerse myself further and help me learn more vocab organically. It is day 3. I've not done as much as I wanted to because I've been getting ready for prom, but I have made flashcards of the most common Korean verbs because verbs are very important. I have got them in past, present, future. I know how to conjugate. I have made exposure, please be good. Oh, I have made this tick list of level 1 to 3 talk to me in Korean because I did them at the start of the year. I'm going to review all of them now. I'm about to do my nails, so whilst they're drying, I'm going to be watching a talk to me in Korean video on pronunciation because I acknowledge the fact that this week I may not be able to learn as much as I want to, and obviously yes, language learning is the marathon, it's not a sprint, but I'm trying to beast mode, like go from brrrr, go up in my Korean, so I'm like, at least have good pronunciation even if you don't learn as much as you want to. But in all seriousness, I've immersed myself in Korean so much. I've just been watching Korean videos, listening to Korean music. I've got I have multiple Quizlet sets of Korean. I've just been trying to beast mode it, and honestly, I think I'm doing quite well. It's like 2 a.m. just chilling in bed because I can't sleep. And I've been making up fake situations in my head and like having conversations with myself in Korean to help me practice. For example, location marking particles. I did this so much with Spanish. I would just speak to myself in Spanish in the shower, and my mum was actually like concerned at one point. But speaking as soon as possible is so important because obviously speaking is how you communicate. Right now I can't really talk to my pen pal or anyone else, so just making sure you speak and get confidence is just so vital. I remember when I learned Korean in like 2017 or whenever I tried to learn Korean, I never ever spoke it, ever, and I'm still low-key terrified of speaking Korean. So I've been coming up with random situations. For example, let's say I am going to a Korean language school in the middle of Japan and I'm making a vlog for you guys. It would be like, 안녕하세요 여러분, 저는 안지입니다. 환영합니다. 네, 저는 학생이에요랑 지금 한국어 공부해요. 그런데 한국어 학교에서 가요. 그러나 지금은 저는 일본에 살아요. Like, even if it's not correct, just make sure you're speaking the language to improve your confidence, and it will help you so much. Another top tip is don't be afraid to sound stupid and make mistakes. Do you know how dumb I have been in so many languages? I was having a conversation with my Chinese teacher when I went to a high school in China. I'm pretty sure I told her I was pregnant or something because all the other kids, the Chinese kids, just started laughing at me. In Spanish, I've been telling people that I am pregnant for the last 2 years when I thought I was saying I'm embarrassed. Like, I won't make that mistake again. In French, I think I confuse like jam and condom and stuff, and like these random things. Okay, yes, I sound stupid, and okay, yes, I'm being so confident and saying absolute nonsense. I'm never going to make those mistakes again. And it's just making sure that you're used to communication. Like, it's okay to make mistakes. That is how you multitasking. Learn. I am getting ready for prom, and I also need to, let you guys know what's going with Korean. Right now, I am going to translate 3 songs, because obviously you have to translate to Korean and from Korean. I'm going to translate some Spanish, some French, and some Englishy stuff. So like, como tú te llamas, yo no sé. I don't know if that's right, but yeah, translation is so important because it uses a certain part of your brain. 안녕 여러분, 지난 밤 저는 잘 수 없었어요. 그런데 저는 한국어 공부했어요. 지금은 저는 한국어 공부하고 있어요. I'm just trying to practice actually saying things in Korean so I could actually film in Korean, and I think just speaking it, like even if you make no sense, is so important. I know I've already said that, but I just want to emphasize that even more. Anyway, so it's day 4 officially. I've not done as much as I've wanted to because prom, but what I've done is that I have gone through Talk to Me in Korean, reviewed all the lessons up to level 3. I made this a while ago. It's kind of like a brain dump with all the things that I wanted to focus on, so I'm going to go through them now. It's Friday evening, by the way. Life has been very busy, but what's new? And then I am also going to use my GCSE French papers. For those of you who've never seen me before, hi, I don't know what it means to revise French because I've been doing it all my life, but I do have papers for writing that I printed out. So instead of using it for French, I'm just going to answer them in Korean instead, because then I practice Korean writing. I have probably put a screenshot at some point in this video, but what do you mean cancel printing? My pen pal, she lives in Busan, and I wrote the first half of our email in Korean. I was very, very proud of it. It's all coming back to me, and I'm really getting somewhere. So yeah, that's a little update. I'm sorry there's not been as many clips as possible, but you know how it is, life gets in the way. I'm also, one thing I'm going to do probably tomorrow, because that's a lot to fit in today. One, I'm going to watch a Korean movie a few times to just listen to more Korean. On this flash disk is a bunch of stuff, but it includes the writing booklet that the speaking booklet that my Chinese teacher gave me for GCSE, and it covers a wide scope of speaking topics. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to translate the speaking questions into Korean, but I'm only going to answer the foundation tier 1, so that later in my Korean journey, I still have to have some resources. It's not just a 1-week thing. Learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint, even though I'm sprinting right now. So yeah, I'm going to answer some of those questions. So the kind of questions are obviously, where do you live? How many people in your family? What jobs do you want in the future? How can we help the environment? What do you think about homeless people? What do you think about war? How was the weather on your last holiday? Things like that, so I can get a wide scope of Korean. I feel like I need to do some kind of voiceover thing to let you know what I've done, because I've covered all the 8 bases that I've mentioned through different mediums, and I feel like I don't know, I'm feeling good. At the start of the week I was like, Angie, who do you think you are? Pipe down, okay, pipe down. But I think I'm doing pretty good right now, so yeah, that's good. I researched Korea's 4 most popular festivals, and I also researched some folklore, so the rabbit in the moon, and also Shimcheong, because I heard it in a song. I think it was Hwasa's song, so I was like, let me go research this, and that's how I covered the base of culture. And to help me with listening, obviously I've been listening to Korean music and things like that. Okay, so it is Saturday morning now, and I've decided to change my tactic. Instead of looking at K-dramas to help me immerse myself in the Korean language, I'm going to try and look more at variety shows, because There's a wider variation in accents, a little bit of dialects in there, and the language they use is more realistic because obviously a K-drama is dramatized, and you know, I want to make sure that I'm immersing myself in more realistic content. Also, let me know down below in the comments what it would mean to you if you could learn a character language and like which one you're learning. And I'm still trying to figure out what I can do at the end of this week to show my improvement, because with my other languages I could just call a friend in France or Spain and just like have a conversation with them, but with Korean, like, there's a huge time zone difference and it's harder to coordinate that. And I will definitely be doing a like 1 month later, 1 year later, like a something later update to see how good I'm getting. I was also wanted to just remind you guys that don't focus on fluency, especially with character languages, because they can be challenging, and there's like a hurdle to deal with, like your activation energy. Still using my chemistry references, and I think you just focus on improving day to day and just learning new things and keep that passion for learning. So I know that if you get too fixated on fluency, it can be really depressing to study a language, especially character languages. I know that in year 9 with Chinese, I was just so frustrated. I was like, why am I not improving as quickly in Chinese as with my other languages? But yeah, that's just a little bit of advice for you, because character languages are not easy by any means, because of the differences. That is what I mean when I talk about easiness in a language. It's not about, oh, Chinese is hard, Russian is hard. If your language is similar to Chinese or Russian, it's not going to be hard. English is similar to French and Spanish, so like they're not as hard for me. But yeah, keep on going. I believe in you guys. So we have translation and transliteration. Translation is when you translate word for word in the same order. Transliteration is when you like kind of change it to have the same meaning. For me, I did direct translation, and I was going through initially just to annotate and say what tense this is, what grammatical structure this is, just so I can understand the basic grammar. I wasn't using this to have a nice translation. This was just so I could understand word order and sentence structure in Korean. Hi everyone, it is day 7 and I am going to pretty much just do the same stuff that I've done all week. I'm really happy with the improvements I made. I think by day 3 I was like, you can't even do this. But yeah, I had a good mentality and I've done pretty well. To show you guys how far I've come, I was thinking, what can I do? I can't really call up a pen pal or call up a friend in Korea because logistics wise I didn't really plan that. So what I'm just going to do is just talk to you guys for just a few seconds in Korean to let you know how far I've come. If you know my accent is going to make you cringe and it's going to hurt your soul, feel free to leave now. And for you guys, make sure you smile, subscribe, study hard, slay hard, and share this video with someone who wants to learn a character language. But for the rest of you, okay, 안녕 여러분, 지금은 차 마시겠어요. 네, 차이에요. 작년 나는 너무 바빴어요. 하지만 지금은 GCSE 시험 없어요. 모두히 내일 prom 없어요. 이번 주 한국어 공부했어요. 이번 주말 쉬고 싶어요. 네. 다음 주 병원에서 일할 거예요. 오랜만 재정에서 일하고 싶어요. 일할 거예요. 그리고 네, yeah, I've made some progress. It's been an interesting week and I hope you guys have enjoyed this video because I've actually had fun because I love languages. I've let you guys know. If you are looking to learn a European language, you're in luck because the next episode is Portuguese and we're going to try and learn Portuguese, and I think it's actually going to be low-key hard because I am, like I just said, doing medical work experience next week, so I'm going to be busy all day and I'm going to have to try and work out how to do things on the go. So I guess the tips for that video will be quite useful if you want to learn another language and you are working or if you are in school or something like that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. I keep on saying that, but I've actually had so much fun filming this. And as always, make sure you Wonderful People smile, subscribe, study hard, slay hard, share this video with someone who wants to learn a character language, give it a big thumbs up if you like it, a big thumbs down if you're not feeling me, and yeah, I will see you again very, very soon. Bye.